if you get these postcards, you have a series of postcards, what kind of frequency do you recommend?
I recommend having at least a 2-day gap in between until you get to that last week before the campaign, and then hit them as often as you possibly can. Everybody knows how that works. But also keep in mind that you're most likely going to be advertising in other areas. We can help with that as well. But I think as far as the frequency goes, I mean, about every other day is a nice frequency. Okay. If it's pretty early on in your campaign, just making sure that you're dropping something in every couple of weeks would be appropriate.
And would you were talking about the donation letter ask, and then now we're talking about postcards. So from a format perspective, maybe 1 or 2, or what's the frequency for the donation requests, and how do you space that with the postcards that you're talking about?
Yeah, so that is typically done pretty early on, more specifically in the primaries.
Okay.
And what my recommendation on that is, if you can, you want to at least make that request via mail 3 times.
Got it.
It doesn't always have to come specifically from you. There's a couple other ways that you can do that. One, if you have a significant other that's with you, that you could have that message come from them as well, talking about how important you are and why they believe in you. Okay. You can also put a mail piece out that has a reply device that you would share with a friend. So if we know already that this is a voter that is highly likely to vote for me, then that's a piece that maybe you want to send out asking them to also make a donation to the campaign that you believe in.
Like a tell a friend kind of thing, refer a friend.
And we have a couple different ways that we can go about that, whenever a candidate's interested in that I can showcase.
So that's at the donation level. Okay, and then when you're doing more issues, get out the vote, that looks like lots of postcards.
That is lots of postcards, it's lots of flats. It's usually big and bold. It tells you exactly what to vote for,
Where to vote maybe? Is there a where to vote thing that happens as well?
That will happen as well. That is typically done by the county, that they'll send out where your voting location is. They may send out where the district lines are, something along those lines, to kind of give you an idea of why you fall into this specific area and where you're supposed to go. Often what I'll see is a city council would maybe group together, and they would put the multiple polling locations that are in their specific district or in their specific city that they want everyone to be aware of.